And I will say it's very easy to speak truth from this podium when you have a president who is implementing policies that are wildly popular with the American people, and that's exactly what this administration is doing. It's correcting the lies and the wrongs of the past 4 years, many of the lies that have been told to your faces in this very briefing room. I will not do that. But since you brought up TruthSeek, I would like to point out, while I vowed to provide the truth from this podium, we ask that all of you in this room hold yourselves to that same standard. We know for a fact there have been lies that have been pushed by many legacy media outlets in this country about this president, about his family, and we will not accept that. We will call you out when we feel that your reporting is wrong or there is misinformation about this White House. So yes, I will hold myself to the truth, and I expect everyone in this room to do the same.
Trump's new press secretary, Carolyn Leavitt, just held her first official White House press conference, and let's just say she wrecked the liberal media. She came in prepared, shut down their nonsense, and didn't let them twist the narrative.
That President Trump has taken, obviously, it's a stark contrast to the previous administration of breakneck speed from President Trump. Can we expect that pace to continue as the first 100 days moves along here and beyond that?
Absolutely. There's no doubt President Trump has always been the hardest working man in politics. I think that's been proven over the past week. This president has again signed more than 300 executive orders. He's taken historic action. I gaggled aboard Air Force One to mark the first 100 days of this administration, 4 p.m. last Friday, or first 100 hours rather. And this president did more in the first 100 hours than the previous president did in the first 100 days. So President Trump, I think you can all expect for him to continue to work at this breakneck speed, so I hope you're all ready to work very hard. I know that we are.
Trump didn't run for president to kick back and take it easy. He ran to get things done and put America first. And guess what? That's exactly what he's doing. While others talk, he takes action, proving once again that he's all about results, not just empty promises.
And this president will not tolerate illegal immigration into America's interior. And he expects every nation on this planet, again, to cooperate with the repatriation of their citizens who illegally entered into our country and broke America's laws. Won't be tolerated. And as you saw, the Colombian government quickly folded and agreed to all of President Trump's demands. Flights are underway once again.
Now, this is where things get really interesting, because we're diving into Donald Trump's latest mass deportation efforts. Buckle up, because this is where the real action begins.
Of the 3,500 arrests ICE has made so far since President Trump came back into office, can you just tell us the numbers? How many have a criminal record versus those who are just in the country illegally?
All of them, because they illegally broke our nation's laws, and therefore they are criminals as far as this administration goes. I know the last administration didn't see it that way, so it's a big culture shift in our nation to view someone who breaks our immigration laws as a criminal, but that's exactly what they are.
You hear that? The message couldn't be clearer. When we deport illegal immigrants, their home countries better take them back, or there will be serious consequences. We already saw this play out with Colombia, and it's just the beginning. Now, I have a feeling you guys are going to love this next clip. It's hands down the biggest bombshell of the day. Take a look.
NBC News has learned that ICE arrested 1,179 undocumented immigrants on Sunday, but nearly half of them, 566 of the migrants, appear to have no prior criminal record besides entering the country illegally. Is the president still focused exclusively, which is a civil crime, it's not criminal?
It's a federal crime.
So I'm asking though, he said he was going to focus on those violent offenders first. So is violent offenders no longer the predicate for these people to be deported?
The president has said countless times on the campaign trail, I've been with him at the rallies, I know you've been there covering them too, Peter, that he is focused on launching the largest mass deportation operation in American history of illegal criminals. And if you are an individual, a foreign national, who illegally enters the United States of America, you are, by definition, a criminal. And so therefore, you are subject to deportation.
I apologize for interrupting. So to be clear, it's not violent criminals do not receive precedence in terms of the deportations taking place.
The president has also said two things can be true at the same time. We want to deport illegal criminals, illegal immigrants from this country, but the president has said that, of course, the illegal criminal drug dealers, the rapists, the murderers, the individuals who have committed heinous acts on the interior of our country and who have terrorized law-abiding American citizens, absolutely, those should be the priority of ICE, but that doesn't mean that the other illegal criminals who entered our nation's borders are off the table.
If you're in the US illegally, you will be deported. period. That's the official stance of the Trump administration, and honestly, it's about time. You'd think this would be common sense, but as we've all seen over the last 4 years, the Democrats have none. They've been perfectly fine with the country being overrun with illegal immigrants, but guess what? Patriots are back in charge, and we're not putting up with this nonsense anymore. Of course, it wouldn't be a press conference without some Liberal reporter trying to push back. But Carolyn Levitt, she absolutely wrecked him. Take a look. This was brutal. There you have it. The message couldn't be any clearer. If you're in this country illegally, it's only a matter of time before you're caught and deported. And I have to say, it's so refreshing to finally see the country headed back in the right direction. Seriously, after 4 years of Biden's disastrous policies, it feels like we just woke up from a bad dream where every decision was the wrong one. Well, guess what? America First is back!